Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Travel Plays YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, and the NBA season out of nowhere has started, and we're going to be breaking down the first two games in the NBA season on this one. I don't know how it happened, and I really don't want to know how it happened because whenever NBA starts, that means football is almost half over. I don't want that to be the case, but I do love breaking down some NBA plays. We've been good over the last couple years. Hopefully, we can do well this year. We're going to be talking about both games on this video. We've got the Celtics going up against the Knicks. We've got the Lakers going up against the T-Wolves, and we're just going to be talking about some balls. Basically, the syllabus day for the NBA because we have no numbers to go off. We're just going to be throwing takes off of each other, and I'm excited for it. But here's a look at the leaderboard from last year. Wanted to give you guys a visual of our last year's picks. Not bad. 229 and 178 on this season. A lot of picks there. Postseason, 5 games above 500 on the game picks, 11 games above 500 on the player props. Pretty good. Not the best, but pretty good. And hopefully we can do better this season. And we're going to just jump right into the first play of the day. Boston going up against the New York Knicks. It's banner night for the Boston Celtics. They're looking to defend their home court in the opening day game going up against the Knicks. Again, we have no stats to look at, so I'm just going to be breaking down these rosters for the most part because both these teams have some mix-up in the offseason. The Knicks got Karl-Anthony Towns over the offseason. They traded away Dante DiVincenzo. I think this was a bad trade for them. I'm not sure. It looks like the starting line for the Knicks. They're going to have Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, who also came over in the offseason, Josh Hart, OG, and then Towns at the 5. We have Coach Tibbs back on the bench for the Knicks as well. I guess I should say good luck to Karl-Anthony Towns on these practice days for the Knicks. This does not feel like a Knicks player. He seems like he's a little bit soft in my mind. He played for the Timberwolves. He felt soft with the T-Wolves. He liked to camp the three-point line. I do think that's a pretty good starting 5. They've got some really good players on the bench as well. Not sure if they're going to go with Mitchell Robinson at the power forward and then bring somebody off the bench, one of those guards, but they do have Mitchell Robinson. They have Cam Payne back, Miles McBride, Precious Achiuwa. They have my guy Kevin from KU, and then they drafted Moses Brown, I believe, from UCLA, I want to say, and then Tyler Collect, I know, from Marquette. So they've got some pretty good college players. I think down the road, the Knicks are going to be just fine. In this game, though, the Celtics, they're just too good. They got the big boys back in that starting lineup. This is a championship team. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday. The bench is back as well for the most part. They did do a really good job in the draft, I think. I think the Celtics actually had one of the best drafts. Baylor Shireman out of Creighton is a bucket getter. If you've watched Creighton last season, this guy's going to be an outstanding talent. I think he's going to be a really good NBA player. They also drafted Drew Peterson out of USC. Whenever he gets 20, 30 pounds of muscle put on him, he's going to be a good option as well. The Celtics should be the best team in the NBA again this season. It's going to be very hard to beat them. Everybody on this team is making between $20 million and $50 million in that starting lineup. So they should produce something. They did last season with a championship. I'm going to take them here, minus 5.5 now as the opening day play. I just think the starters are so good. They're going to be one of the best teams in the NBA again, and I'm basing this off of last year. They brought basically everybody back. They had a good draft. The coaching is back. They've got home court advantage. They were one of the best teams in the NBA last season protecting home court. I'm going to take them here on banner night, minus 5.5 as the play there. And for the next play, I'm going to do something that I usually don't do and go against what I have on the graphic. I love the T-Wolves here on the money line to beat the Lakers outright. I don't think the Lakers are going to be very good this season because, again, they're hyped up. They're going to disappoint like they always do. So my play would be to take the T-Wolves, but I had a conversation with Trey. Out of respect to him, out of respect to the Lakers, I'm going to take them to win this game on the money line as the play. Trey, last season, you guys know him. He was the biggest Lakers fan in the world. He actually might be the biggest Lakers fan in the world. I sent him a text. I said, how you feeling about the Lakers opening day game? Give me the confidence level. And he said, I honestly believe we are going to dominate with D'Angelo Russell, Rui, LeBron, AD, Austin Reeves, Vincent coming off the bench, Christie, and Dalton Connect coming off the bench. We're going to be able to dominate the T-Wolves. And then he said, yes, Bronny as well coming off the bench. And I responded, how did Bronny even make the NBA roster? And then I realized, it's LeBron James' son. Of course he made the roster. So the coaching for the Lakers, just like it was last year, not JJ Redick, it's LeBron James in charge still. We know that the Lakers don't care about the regular season. They'll find a way to get in the play-in game. They'll lose in the first round of the playoffs like they always do. But again, I'm going with the Lakers on the money line because this is a respect play. I reached out to Trey. He's confident in his team. I did this for the other two games, so I'm going to do it for this one. The T-Wolves, I'm going to talk about their lineup for what I'm seeing right now in the starting lineup for the T-Wolves, it looks like they're going to go with Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, and then the new addition of Julius Randle at the 4 to slide into that role that Karl Anthony Towns had last year. Then coming off the bench, Naz Reid, stud. Dante DiVincenzo, stud. They both got, or at least Dante DiVincenzo got traded in that deal with the Knicks. So if I were to make this lineup, I think they've got it perfect. Jaden McDaniels has to be in there. He's such a good two-way player. He showed that in the playoffs. He's great defensively. He can make some corner threes. And I like Dante coming off the bench. And I know this guy deserves to be a starter. He showed it in the playoffs last year, basically carrying the Knicks with Jalen Brunson. But this guy, he's so good. He's a sharpshooter. He's been good defensively. He's shown you he can go 42, 44 minutes per game with the Knicks. I do like him coming off the bench, though. That's going to give the T-Wolves a spark off the bench with Naz Reid. They're going to score a lot of points per game. Tough matchup here for the Lakers. But again, out of respect for Trey, I'll take the Lakers on the money line as the play just for some fun. Let's take a look at some player props. This is going to be an extremely short breakdown for both these plays, but we got to talk about some player props. And we're going to start with Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks. The first week of gambling on new sports. Doesn't matter what it is, football, baseball, basketball. You don't know how these teams are going to play. You don't know how they're going to perform. That's why I typically don't bet the first week. And I know this is extremely hard to do, but I'd rather have some numbers to go off of and watch some of these games before I put some money on them. But I don't think we need to watch Jalen Brunson anymore. Last season, he was one of the best players in the NBA. I'm going to take him over 27.5 points. They got past the 76 in the first round because Jalen Brunson, he put up 24 points in game number 2, 39 points in game number 3, 47 points in game number 4, 40 points in game number 5, 41 points in game number 6. They then barely lost to the Pacers because everybody was getting hurt around him, including himself, but he was still able to win 3 games for the Knicks. He put up 43 points in game number 1, 29 in game number 2, 44 in game number 5. He had some injuries in the postseason against the Pacers. Dante DiVincenzo was an absolute stud for the Knicks as well, which is why I hated they traded him. But this might be the best scorer in the NBA this season. He might score the most points per game. He averaged 30 last year. I'm going to take him to do some damage in this one, over 27.5 points as the play. And for the last play, we're going to talk about Dante DiVincenzo and his new team. Give me his over 2.5 made threes going up against the Lakers. I think that they did Dante DiVincenzo a little bit dirty. He should have been in the starting lineup this season for the New York Knicks. He was scoring 30-plus points per game, basically, going up against the Pacers last year in the postseason. He's going to have to suck it up, though, this year. He's coming off the bench for the T-Wolves because the T-Wolves starting 5, they could get you up by 20 points every single game. They're just so good defensively. They're so good offensively. That's the starting 5 you need on the floor. I still think we're going to see Dante DiVincenzo get between 25 and 30 minutes per game, which is going to be good for him because he was playing 40-plus minutes every single game for the Knicks towards the back end of the season. He's going to be well-rested. He's going to be able to shoot the ball a little bit better this season. Maybe his percentages go up a little bit because he's not running up and down the floor for 45-plus minutes every single game. He was averaging 15.5 points per game. A lot of that, though, is due to his success towards the back half of the season. But he also shot 40.1% from deep last year. He shot an average of 8.7 times per game from deep, and he made 3.5 threes per game, and he had his best shooting percentage of his career from the three-point line with the New York Knicks last year. I'm going to take him here to start things off hot with his new team, over 2.5 made threes as the play for him. So let's take a look at the recap graphic. We're going to be taking Boston, minus 6.5. Now it's minus 5.5 going up against the Knicks. We have the T-Wolves on the money line. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to take the Lakers on the money line out of respect for Trey. We're going to take Jalen Brunson over 27.5 points. I actually love that play. I think that's extremely too low. Jalen Brunson is going to make 18 points from mid-range shots against the Boston Celtics. And then Dante DiVincenzo over 2.5 made threes going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Guys, it's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Tuesday, October 22nd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share, drop a like in this video, and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.